This is the ProRig camera system, and today we're going to focus on the 4mation box, which is our 4-channel box. The ProRig camera system has a variety of variations available. This is a 4-channel box that allows you to control up to 4 cameras. If you're not familiar with the ProRig system, what makes this so unique and popular is we are using CMOS sports cameras. The most well-known CMOS sports camera is the GoPro. And this technology gives us amazing video quality, 4K video in a small package. The downside of the sports cameras is when you're trying to run multiple cameras at the same time, especially wirelessly, you don't know if they start and stop recording, you're dealing with battery life issues. There's just a lot of challenges. So with the ProRig system, we get the best of both worlds. We get a CMOS 4K sports camera with amazing video quality in a small package and the controllability to be able to run multiple cameras at the same time. So the 4mation box is a aluminum enclosed control box, so it can be used on aircraft or really any type of vehicle. And it has 4 USB ports, which are for the 4 different cameras. And then we have a D-sub connector on the back side, and you can wire this into a control panel or a display or an aircraft instrument panel. And then we have a USB port, so you can plug in a laptop and download all of the video files from each camera. So the install is very simple with this. You can purchase a wire harness from us, or you can wire your own, and that just plugs into the D-sub connector. This box can be installed permanently under a seat or behind a panel, or it can be a portable unit that you carry between vehicles and aircraft. And then each one of the Drift 4K cameras simply plugs into the box with a USB 3.0 cable. So for the ProRig system, we use the Drift 4K 30 camera. This is a nice compact camera design. It has a 1/4 mounting socket on the back side, and the camera's a nice streamlined shape. Another cool feature is no matter how you orientate the camera, you can rotate the lens to level the shot. So it gives you a lot of mounting options. And we just plug the USB cable into the camera. So if you're mounting the camera inside your cabin or flight deck, you can just mount it as is. If you want to use it externally on a vehicle or aircraft, then we have a waterproof metal case for it. It's a very heavy duty aluminum case that also has a 1/4 mounting socket on it, and a weatherproof seal for the USB cable. And then it utilizes a 52mm filter. So it comes standard with a clear filter, but you can put prop filters on here, UV, polarized, whatever you want to use for your application. And all 4 cameras plug in to the USB ports. You can run up to a 20-foot USB cable. We have available weatherproof connectors. So if you want to mount it to an inspection cover or a panel or on the outside of your vehicle, you can mount these USB ports and then run your USB cable, whatever length you want, up to 20 feet to your control box, and then the camera would plug in here. So that's this setup right here, and this is a nice weatherproof seal with this USB port. So this system can be powered off of any power up to 30 volts. So you can run it on a 12 or 24 volt aircraft or vehicle. Once the system powers up, then we get our live composite video feed. So this is just a automotive display, but most aviation displays now have a composite video input. The cool thing about the composite video input is there's no latency. So when you have a wireless video feed, you end up with a little bit of a delay, which is really annoying when you're operating a vehicle or an aircraft. So there is 0 latency here. And that also helps because these cameras can double as a blind spot camera. So you can cover your blind spots on your vehicle or your aircraft, such as seeing your landing gear in motion, and use them as a safety device in addition to a 4K camera. So with the live video feed, you can set up a momentary button to ground, and that will select the camera you're viewing. So you can cycle through all 4 cameras. We don't have a camera 4 plugged in, but with the simple push of a button, you can cycle through and see each one of the cameras. So this button could be mounted to a yoke or a stick or a steering wheel or really anywhere you want. And once we flip this record trigger, then all of the cameras start recording at exactly the same time. This makes video editing a lot easier because you don't have to have some sort of a cue to know which camera started when. They all start recording at exactly the same time. And you know the camera's recording because you have a record symbol and a live counter. So if we cycle through the cameras, we can see each camera is recording. And going back to camera 1, we can see camera 1 is not recording because there's not a memory card in there. So if you're just starting your shoot or you're getting ready to go, you can do a test run, hit record, cycle through all your cameras, make sure that everything is operating properly before you start your shoot. And then we turn the record switch off, all the cameras stop recording at exactly the same time. Now, if you lose power to your system for some reason or accidentally shut power off, then the power is shut off, but the cameras have internal batteries, so they'll stay on for 2 minutes and they'll stop the video and save the video file so you don't have to worry about losing your video files. And through this wire harness, we also have an audio input into the box. So you can wire it into an intercom system in your vehicle or aircraft or music or whatever you want to do, and you can have audio input, and then whichever camera is plugged into channel 1, that camera will record the audio. The other cameras will just use audio off their own microphone. That way you can get external audio from your external cameras, and you can also get audio from an intercom. So with the USB port on the back side of the unit, we give you, along with the system, a double-ended USB cable, and you plug this cable in here and then plug the other end into your laptop or computer, and it allows you to access all 4 cameras and download the video files from those 4 cameras. So you can wipe these cameras clean without even having to go out and retrieve the cameras. So running through a common scenario for an aircraft or vehicle, you have your USB cables run to the mounting locations you want. You have your system installed or ready to plug in. You go ahead and plug it in. You don't have to worry about whether or not you charge the batteries the night before because the batteries or the cameras are powered off of the system. And you go ahead and turn on your aircraft or vehicle power. As soon as the cameras boot up, then you'll get your live video feed. You can cycle through, check all your camera angles, and then do a test record. Cycle through, make sure each camera is recording so you know you have your memory card installed and the cameras are ready to go. And then you go ahead and go out and do your shoot. And instead of recording the parts of the flight or the trip that you don't want video of and having all this extra video files that you have to go through, now you can just record and kind of edit on the fly and really get the video you need. So now you're at a portion of the flight or shoot where you want to record. You can start and stop the cameras as many times as you want, and since they all start and stop at the same time, your video editing is going to be very easy. And again, the audio will be recorded from the intercom and the cameras, so you'll have everything you need in 4K video. And once you are done with your shoot, then you go ahead and power down, plug in your USB cable, download the video files from all 4 cameras, wipe the cameras clean, and you can actually just leave the cameras right where they are and you're ready for the next shoot. So a common question I get is, what if I want to run more than 4 cameras? Every once in a while we have somebody that has a driving or flying studio and they just need that extra 5th camera or want the option for more. So there's nothing saying you can't run 2 of these boxes. This is a 4-channel box, but if you stack 2 of them, you'd have available 8 cameras, and then you just wire 2 of the harnesses into your vehicle or aircraft. It's a very versatile system, and you're not really limited to any certain number of cameras or wiring options. Another question I get is, what about installing this in certified aircraft? The box itself is not FAA approved, but the wire harness is made with aircraft grade wire that is all FAA approved. And then we have available aircraft grade USB cables that we make with aircraft grade wire. So those aircraft grade USB cables can be installed in the aircraft and signed off by an A&P or IA. You could really hardwire the airplane and have it all set for the camera system, and then the cameras themselves would be temporary pilot attached cameras that are just temporarily installed with typical aircraft camera mounts. And then this box itself would just be a portable unit. So go to ProRigShop.com and you can learn more about the system. Feel free to email us if you have any questions. Again, this is the ProRig camera system, and this is the 4mation 4-channel box.